Oh, what the hell? What happened to my webcam? Webcam just croak? Ugh. Hello? There we go. We're back. Back in business. Ah, that's because yeah, okay. So it was disabled because only one fucking program is allowed to use a camera at a time. So I can't have multiple things use the same items unless I can duplicate the single signal somehow. But hello, ladies and gentlemen, as I get here, I'm going to be commentating for the sixth day of the Asia Division tournament. We're still in the second round knockout. Tonight we've got Hot versus Vienne House, I do believe. Hot being the top four of the previous season. Going to just double check what is later tonight. The schedule being showing it's something very nice. So we also have later tonight Eclipse Toss versus Checkmate. It's going to be interesting to see how Eclipse Toss versus Checkmate. Checkmate doing very well against Britannia the last time with the double tier 5 strats. Look like I got into start. Nice, 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 nice. Well, good luck, everybody. I do hope people can get the finals bundle drop, but I don't think that's going to be possible. It's going to be frustrating. But anyway, still in the second round knockout. Hopefully we have some good battles for tonight. So I'm just going to tease everyone with the pick ban that we already have from the Vienne House versus Hot division. So we have Vienne House banning out Constantinopolis, with Hot banning out Linwu Fortress, and Vienne House choosing Hailong Fjord to attack. And we have Hot attacking on Wall Fort. I'll be back in a good short 2 seconds. Who are you betting on, Misha? I needed to get more water. I'll be back. Again. Back again. BN House versus Hot. First for the first battle. Who are you betting on? Also, a really good question I want to put down is why does the Discord, when you put your video up, it flips the image? Well, no, it it doesn't? Question mark. Because this is my left, which is my left, and to you it's on your right, which makes sense. It's like as if you're looking at me. But when you're in the Discord, it looks like the image is flipped. So my left would be your left, and my right would be your right. But that would make no sense. Not sure about them both. Though wonder why you guys didn't participate too. We tried. We honestly tried. We failed. We didn't get in the play-ins. Yeah, they all got kicked out. Well, the only two official English houses that I know that would have been participating was Rising Phoenix, Ale, or Bretonia. But Bretonia got kicked out by Checkmate, which we'll be seeing later tonight. So, yeah. English community, although it is quite strong nowadays, We couldn't get a pro team in. I say pro team, but like, we couldn't get because we're split between three different houses. The numbers of participation is actually pretty high for each of the houses. I mean, like, Bretonia got a team in, but they had to fill out with the a couple of the Korean guys. We have the Ale House that didn't submit a team either, or even tried to, and they also fill out with the Japanese house. And then we got Rising Phoenix. We got like 10 guys that made it to 2100 plus. The last five, or I think we had like 7 guys sign up, couldn't make it above the 2100 mark. And so if there wasn't a limit on the number of LA people, I think we could have gotten in based on the fact that a lot of some of the teams from the DI and the JC actually got in because there was a quota.
Fear not the tyrant's might, consuming what hope O grave and lamenting land. Fear not the tyrant's might.
We actually didn't set up a team in time for that, meaning that we didn't have 15 people in a house in the play-in server before it ended. That was our mistake. Ooh, you can actually hear.
May no man hide this hour of wrath. We will not be subjugated, beaten. May no man hide from this hour of wrath. We will not be subjugated, beaten, or broken. Let this fire burn. Let justice be done.
Sounds like the audio is kind of mixed up though. I feel like the feed is sending audio at an incorrect time. I think. Oh, yeah. Sad a bit that the next season is going to be semi-fantasy Mad Max. Well, no, I understand that people don't like fantasy, but woefully historical doesn't work either because they didn't build the game in order to be woefully historical. Because if you wanted to go full historical, you would need every single culture represented as like a coherent army. Like they would have to have their own swordsman units, they would have to have their own pikeman unit, they would have to have their own shield unit. That's not good per se. So instead, it's semi fantasy, but it's an historical fantasy because it's based on culture or history from our real world. I'm not sure what these units are based on, but again, this is pretty high. This is like pretty high on the fantasy bar, I would say. Not to mention, if you go semi-fantasy, you can be more liberal with the designs instead of being narrowed down to a lot of the cultural nuances. And I mean, like, let's be honest, the Viking season would never have happened if they were strictly historical, because like the Shield Maidens would not look like that. The Fenris pack would not exist. The Berserkers wouldn't use not two-handed, wouldn't use dual axes. Alrighty, coming back to the Pickman stages, we got VN House versus Hot Pickman stage right now. I did say what it was earlier, but let's reintroduce what the Pickmans are. First, we have VN House with... Any second now. Constantinopolis. No problem. Catch you in a little bit. And Hot banning out. Linwu Fortress. So, those bans being in play. Be very interesting what they decide to attack. Again, we got VN House attacking Heilong Fjord very popular map for people who like to brute force through the defending side. Again, tactics is a little bit on the lower end when you're attacking Heilong Fjord. Wall Fort, very, very versatile map in both attacking and defending strategies. But in the end, only one winner. So, between Vianhouse and Hot, who do you think is going to win? I've seen much of Vianhouse's performance for this tournament season. Have not seen anything from Hot so far. I think the first match will definitely give us a good gauge on how strong Hot will be. But Vianhouse does have a leg up by already participating several times. Allenberg is not on the list. Riverland is both also not on the list. So what? So let's go back to the rules for a minute. There is the tournament rules, which is very important, I think, since Misha did bring it up. So, there is the match modes. Siege Battle. The map pool only contains Harbour City, Linwu Fortress, Wall Fort, Heilong Fjord, Angolia, and Constantinopolis. These are the maps where they believe it is the most balanced, or statistically they come out to be the most balanced map. Allenberg, we've only seen the return of Allenberg recently, and I'm wondering if the developers are working on to balance Allenberg. Yeah. 6 maps. Again, a lot of the old maps. You don't see Kuruk Castle this season because I think Kuruk Castle was not a very good map to play for the defending side, I think it was. And we also have like Border Fort, that's also we don't see. So I think Riverland also has a very interesting history since it was classically Vianhouse's go-to map in order for their infantry rush back in the day. This is when Vianhouse was basically this is when Vianhouse actually was the winner of the first season tournament, winning out on Riverlands as the only person to win an attack. I think it was the only person to win an attack. I think they really showed. I think back in that day where artillery were basically um, were basically unrestricted, you got to see so many artilleries just blow everyone in the face. If I could be quick enough. All right, we got a lot of medals. One avant-garde, one Metallitor coming out for Vianhouse. We got 2 Metallicors coming out for Hot. Hot also going in with an interesting set of infantry. You still got to have some shields. Shields are still useful. Grey Hair Garrisons have been slowly disappearing from the tournament, but it's nice to see them appear. The South American division also prided their use of loyal guards, the most loyal guards I've ever seen. But interesting pick out from Vianhouse, having some Iron Cap bow riders in their mix. One tertial coming out for Vianhouse. Still quite a few cavalry. One monastic knight out for Rengar. Rengar going in with the triple cavalry. And what do I see here? Rengar not coming out with artillery, or did he already build one? Would be interesting. Again, all all of these players should have access to all of the resources, able to build 500 artillery, and I don't believe that they will be able to use them all before the tournament season ends. But anyway, Van House takes control of the A-side wall. We also have roughly around about 5 players from Van House up on the north side. Bow Riders, it's very fascinating that the developers obviously knew that Horse Cavalry was very powerful, but they made Rattan Rangers in the end. One of the most interesting thing to note is that Ironcap Bow Riders getting 100% increase in attack speed and a 50% increase in movement speed ability was realistically didn't change their effectiveness in the long run. It made their effectiveness in burst style engagements much more consistent because they were able to dish out damage and escape quite easily. So it was more of a guarantee than it was about increasing their effectiveness. But I mean, there's also the fact that they gave them a passive which reduces piercing defense and adds a bleed if the piercing defense fully stacks. Madow's engaging onto this Palace Guard. Palace Guard actually survives an entire lethal march by 2 Madows. Impressive display of their tankiness, but I do think it was because the Madows also did not have their full force to bear. Imperial Pike March about to come out with Nafan Guards in support, burning down this entire Madao force. They will be able to make it towards... Whoa! Maul just going straight on to those Nafan Guards. I think 4 of them bite the dust. 3 of them remaining on the field just to assist. But definitely brute forcing here, winning much of the engagement, surprisingly. And very surprisingly, the Imperial Pike Guard, Madao, and Nafan Guard pile didn't actually win outright. Rest in peace, the defense of Hot. Hot is collapsing here. Massive retreat towards the seaside. I would definitely retreat. Van House is not slowing down either. Going up towards the seaside. They switched towards the harbor. Didn't enter the central, what do I call it? The central dock? Nah, I don't know. But anyway, on towards the D side. Gets about a minute for capturing these. Each cap point only gives 2 minutes, while this one's a special one. Gives only a minute and spawns in 4 sets of AI Berserkers. I do believe these AI Berserkers are level 1, but the Berserkers are terrifying in terms of stats. No low tier units will be able to contend with them, especially with their natural regen. Very interesting to see Vienne House surrounding the C point, having a contingent here on the left-hand side, on the B side, and still have the majority of their forces here on the harbor side. I would call it point D as well. I would definitely want that supply, but looks like Vienne House does suspect that they have already solidified or fortified the cliff supply. That cliff supply can be very handy for the defenders or attackers. Nice Treb, making them force them back. Tertials also shooting for suppressive fire, makes them very scared, but the Greyhair garrisons are their front line, and so they have some shields available, but whether or not they want to stand there and take shots, this is a good position for Hot to take a fight. Surround them on either side, taking a trip on here on the right-hand side. Greyhair garrison charges in, blasted to pieces before it even makes contact. Grey Hair Garrison versus Palace Guards here on the right-hand side. But the Palace Guards do break down. Very surprising to see some Cautions here on the field. Cautions, Corteliers, sorry, not Caution. Corteliers get massacred, but the Grey Hair Garrison and... Whoa! That was a brutal front fight. Van House taken both of the fights very well, but here comes some Iron Reapers just slaughtered right through the Medal after taking the cavalry charge. Another set of Iron Reapers coming through. Should be able to cut through some more units with ease. And these flames should not technically be able to stop Iron Reapers, but it does look like the animation does lock up when they are on fire. VN House takes the battle real easy, as does look like the five heroes on the backside towards the B did make a breakthrough, completely routing them at C, now suppressing them inside the base point. These Trebs have been magnificent. Looking at those hits, better scare off Hot. Hot looking worse for wears, already losing a lot of ground. 7 minutes to go. I'm going to have to say that Hot has a desperate battle for them here with 900 troops to go. 1,100 troops to kill. 1,166 troops to kill. 7 Trebs to survive. And a ton of artillery. Remember that VN House does have 2 artilleries each. That means they have about 30. I've only seen around about 2 mortars being deployed by VN House. So they've got plenty of resources to spare. Definitely, VN House is brute forcing most of these fights, but it's very surprising that how they brute force these fights always ends up with them being victorious, even with equal numbers. But I think they just took their first massive loss, a Imperial Pike March matching with a Tundra Humans, but Tundra Humans coming out for VN House makes a breakthrough and cuts down the Pike Militia. Looks like Imperial Pike March cleans up whatever's left. Reinforcements are coming. Being suppressed on the other side. Some Nafan Guards burning down some Tundra Humans. This is an action-packed fight right now. I can definitely say that VN House just suffered their first major loss, but then again, only losing 200 to almost 300 units for Hot here. Hot really needs some stronger units on the field, but I highly doubt they have anything left after a triple defeat at A, B, and C. But now taking a loss here at the base point. They should be... But we have some Winged Hussars in reserve coming out early, in fact. But they get intercepted by something. A massive intercept by Imperial Pike Walk. Those Winged Hussars are cut down without any ability to do anything. Tundra Humans just cleaning house here. Very unfortunate for Hot. They're going to be completely routed off their own base point here. Cavalry being super effective in this very last moment for VN House. VN House has been very good at utilizing cavalry, and their infantry piles have basically won every fight, even when they're at a disadvantage. Again, earlier on, we saw Nafan Guards, Imperial Pikes, and a Medal face off against 2 Medals, and they lost, or traded evenly at the very least, which was extremely impressive. Nafan Guards did get taken down by the Maul earlier on. What a massive loss. At this point, they're still suppressing. VN House wants to kill. They stopped capping the point. This is bad manners here. I think VN House should end it. 4 minutes to go, and they just want to keep killing the defenders. Not in good sport, but then again, there is no protection zone, so definitely the attackers can go straight up into the enemy base. Just cap the point, you bastards! honestly, I like to see a good fight. I don't like to see this kind of bad manners. Just sitting in the defender's spawn point and just spawn killing them is could be a useful tactic, but when you're basically already taken the base point, just cap it. Why waste time? I mean, it's just bad manners. Very poor, very poor etiquettes from Vian House, but I do hope that Hot does not take it to heart. I hope Hot puts them in their place with their own attack on Wallfort, but after that performance from Vian House, it might come back to, well, not come back to bite them, but more or less frighten Hot into submission. I do not hope that happens. Hot taken very huge losses, very little gains. In fact, even their top rankers only getting A plus. A lot of Bs, tons of permadeath. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 permadeath. That means only 4 people were able to spawn at the very end of the battle. Being very surprising since Hot did make it in to the top 4 of last season means that VN House have submitted teams before, so that did mean they're better than VN House in the previous season, or VN House got murdered by one of the other top 4s. I would definitely minus points if I could. I would probably give VN House a penalty or some kind. I don't know, man. Uh, it's it's not really punishable. It's not really punishable. I say these things, but no. I wouldn't really actually punish VN House for doing that, but I will not condone this kind of this kind of etiquettes in gaming. It's a little bit unfortunate when the defenders do it, but that's also has to do with the fact that the attackers control the pace of the game. But when attackers decide to go straight into the enemy spawn points and just sit on them, when they can easily end the game because the base point is open, nothing's stopping VN House from winning. We just wasted around about, let's say, about half a minute of just VN House wanting to continuously kill Hot. It could be a tactic, but it's not a tactic that I like to condone for sure. Yeah, it's going to be very upsetting for the people that was thinking that they could get the finals bundles one, number one. The final bundle one, although it has a unit skin that was for yesterday. So it's very unfortunate for those that won't be able to get it, and very unfortunate for those that really actually like the skin. I do hope it does return though for the Asia finals and semifinals. Or if there's even better skins, I cannot believe the MENA finals actually got this skin. It is amazing. Let me just chuck it. Let me just chuck it up actually for you guys. It is pretty impressive while we're waiting here in the intermission. Just gonna show off just a little bit. But it was a good skin. I try to tell everyone about it. Hotfix notices need made quality like and create additional anything when pushing in the inventory. Okay. Anyway, which unit did I put it on? I remember I put on my monks. Yeah, this is the skin, the Moyang Scouts. Let's put on something that's more up straight. What about these guys? Iron Reapers, looking snazzy. Wow, this is actually a skin that doesn't make the Iron Reapers look bad either. Look at them go. Very, very good. Very good skin. High quality, indeed. I love this skin. The fact that it's a drop reward is the most impressive thing. So I do hope everyone gets this. This is like top quality skin. Unfortunately you could only get it if you watch the MENA division tournament. You will not be able to get it if you watch the Conqueror's Blade devs right now, because it will finish in around about 33 minutes, and no more. You can't get it anymore. So yeah, just gonna keep it on these guys here. So yeah, that is the attire that you would have been able to got if you watched the MENA division tournament. But anyway, I'm about to miss the next battle. Wow, nice timing out here. All right, we have Hot attacking on Wall Fort. Here we go. This time, Vianhouse will have to defend. If Vianhouse wins the defense, and that knocks out Hot with a 2-0. But if Hot wins, they can go send it to a tiebreaker. Some Winged Stars, some triple. It's very interesting to see some triple tier 4 setups. I don't think Hot will be able to bring the entire force to bear against VN House. Well, how to say, VN House is making use of cavalry much more. So I think if they lose out on the infantry battle, they will gonna lose out in the cav battle later on. So they're gonna have to make every unit count. Vidal's in spade for both hand sides, but I'm surprised that Hot doesn't have any more pikemen than the ones they already have. This is the problem. Like, look how many pikemen coming out from VN House, and look how many pikemen coming out from Hot. Pikemen for days on VN House, but they still have cavalry. The bulk of your army will be pikemen because, again, the sheer the sheer ability of cavalry to mow right through the infantry is insane. Van House has deployed a mortar, probably two mortars. I have classically seen two mortars be deployed to stop the to blow up the bridge. I'm not sure what they left for to eat, but it does look like some domain spearmen. The ones with shields, not the ones with the long pike. I don't think the bridge is feasible with the mortar suppressing the bridge.
That's
So
why we like
Hot
to
has gotten
see
this
some new
small fort,
faces
but I
because they
don't
can
believe
always bring new experience to
new
us.
stuff to the game.
Yeah.
don't think they will be able to. Yeah, the bridge went down very easily. Nothing to see here. So with Hot also pushing the siege towers getting very close. In fact, I did not notice that those how close these siege towers are. Right hand siege tower is on the wall. VN House is retreating straight back into the supply point. So I do think VN House is not going with the destroy the towers for time, but instead I think they are going to fight Hot on the field at sea and crush them. If they were to rush any faster, I think they might have sent those pike militias, but looks like VN House decides to conserve their forces. Hot will really need to play this basically perfectly. They'll need to counter the time when VN House decides to go mass cavalry, or always have a pikeman unit tracking those cavalry because let's be honest, Hot has too much infantry versus the number of pikes they would need. Well, sorry, they have too little pikes versus the amount of pikes that they should have. The infantry might be able to win out in some of the uh, engagements, but Imperial pikes and Modals coming out in mass for VN House. I think the matchup is just going to end up badly for Hot here, so they're going to have to really make up for the lack of pikemen. And if they waste all of their medals in the first engagement, VN House might have an easy time just slapping the remaining forces. Again, a combination of an Imperial Pike March and a cavalry charge can basically destroy a medal. Medal all rely on being in that brace formation. So I don't think I don't think Vienna House is. I don't think Hot has what it takes to win the battle for now. But we haven't seen the major engagement. Man, it's very upsetting. It's like I can. It's like I'm feeling that Hot is not capable of defeating Vienna House just from the matchup, and I am upset at myself for believing that Hot doesn't have a chance. But it's just the feeling I'm getting right now. Even this ballista here was scaring them off right now. Well, I mean, that was to be given. We have some Nafan guards here on the front with some Iron Reapers. Iron Reapers also coming out with Flail. I definitely just leave them with Sword for now. Just posing in front of each other. Don't believe that Hot has made any big moves just yet. They have all of their high tier units to bear. A lot of their tier 5s are here. Once the major engagement kicks off, another miss. They have 13 trebs available, so I definitely would want those trebs to be on key positions. Wow, high again. That ballista is missing on purpose or something. Good, smart move. Splitting between the supply point and the sea point gives them much flexibility in determining which battle they can win and which battles they shouldn't continue to engage. Massive slow here for the Iron Reapers. and Imperial Pikes. Nice! That Treb hit so well! Unfortunately, Winged Hussars coming in from the behind. Massive slaughter. Ouch. The entire Imperial Pikes and just remaining Medals. The only thing that is standing. I think the attack towards the supply point is a failure. Also, look at the massacre coming out from the Nafan Guards combo with the Metallators. Not enough coming in from that. Not enough coming in from the front. Completely cleaned up by that Winged Hussar charge from the back. Not enough people at the C point to suppress that Winged Hussar coming in. This is a complete rout here. 300 units off the field versus 200 units. This is a massive, massive pickup for VN House. Youch. Hot is running scared. That Winged Hussar charge was basically the clinch that made this attack utterly fail. The front line could have made it towards the supply point if that Winged Hussar didn't come through, but unfortunately it did. So VN House really, really dealing with Hot quite easily here. Hot not engaging on front. Hot not being able to control the avenues at which VN House are coming through. Good strategy, good split. Definitely could have pinched, but it didn't work out because of key units messing up the push, not able to hold their ground long enough. Hot's next engagement will probably be with their remaining tier 5s. I believe this will be the last strong push we'll be able to get out of Hot. Not grabbing the B point, not wanting to waste extra time, surprisingly. Hot hasn't grabbed the P point this entire time, I just realized. Although they have the ability to grab it, I think VN House will want to give it to them, but it's hilarious to think that if Hot just not grabbing the B because they don't realize they can cap B, that would be hilarious. This time they're going in with brute force, artillery after artillery being built. We got one cannon at the front, one grape shot. That mortar went straight for the grape shot. Not sure if it destroyed it. Nafan guards just burning down that front. That's got to be painful. Switching right now. This Hot is making a play. Where are they going? They're going for the stairs. Interesting. They might be pinched here as well. But weak force at A can stranglehold. Nice. Stranglehold the stairs here. Push down towards C. What are you doing? No one's holding the stairs. Hold the stairs. Wow, Tundra Humans going straight for the Imperial Pike March. Nice sweep by Hot here, cleaning up the cavalry. Another sweep by Hot. Hot is using their cavalry nicely here, but gets caught with the counter Medal march here. Trebbing directly on it, though. Massive losses for both hand side. Nice. But we have the majority of forces here from Hot on the C point. Just need to knock out the heroes trying to jump on top of it. Very few forces coming out from VN House. Some Tundra Humans here on the left. In the backhand side, we got a lot of grape shots being deployed. The small battles is what counts. You really need to lock up these medals here at the back before it becomes a hassle. Dealing with the heroes also being annoying. Tundra Humans looking for their chance to charge. Here it is! VN House does seem to want to sweep out the remaining heroes from Hot, but the medals are the only things standing here on the point. Does look like one by one they will fall. Unfortunately, Very unfortunate for that C push. They almost grabbed it. And a good pickup from Hot. Hot performing a very impressive push there. But in the end, VN House suppresses the push and does not allow Hot to take the C point. And definitely not looking good because Hot has barely anything left to show. Tundra Humans in the back trying their best to charge, but they get stopped, in fact, not by anything besides tertials. B point is completely closed. Very unfortunate for Hot here. Their performance was commendable in their second push. Their first push was the error, very unfortunate positioning of the defenders, able to get their cavalry through. Vian House is masters of the cavalry by the looks of it. Very different from their previous performances where they've been the master at infantry. But I would definitely not discount their usage of infantry. They have won basically every infantry battle besides that last push just now against Hot. Very common to see VN House win versus in an infantry mash. Their skills are with infantry, I do believe, and it still sticks. But decisive cavalry charges have been the turning point and been the clinch of the main battles. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. We have VN House being the winner, Hot being knocked out. Unfortunate. But anyway, with that being said, we are going to head into the next battle in about 20 minutes. There's going to be a long break. The first, it's very upsetting when the top four comes back in the knockout rounds and gets knocked out in their first match. Very unfortunate. We didn't get to see Hot do any more battles, but VN House secures their spot in the top 8. Let's see how far they can go after the very how to say aggressive display by VN House against Hot. This is uh, this is not going to look good for VN House as a house of integrity, but they are skilled nonetheless. So they probably have the right to boast. We'll get to watch Ecliptos versus Checkmate later. I am interested to see how well Ajaz does coming in from the MENA or South America, I believe. Oh no, I believe it's MENA coming in. Ajaz coming in from MENA, joining in with Ecliptos to fight in this tournament. So he was, I believe, he was the champion of last season's tournament, but that was in the MENA's division. So we get to see him fight here in the Asia division and fight off against Checkmate, also a new house that I haven't seen much of before. Until then, I will see you guys in around about 15 minutes as the battle between Ecliptos and Checkmate does not start until later. So catch you in a hot minute. The in-house ate up the weaknesses so easily. It's terrifying how easily they ate up. Just look at the sword behind the sword. That's just really straightforward. Hey, mate! How's everyone been? How's everyone doing? Should get the stream back soon. There we go. Popping back in. I'm surprised that we still haven't gotten anything about uh the Grenadiers yet. Know what they are. They're just taking forever to just show us some in-game footage of them. Yeah, you did. It was kind of hilarious and kind of weird. So, one of the most important thing was Hot never went for B, but they did. So they did two good pushes, almost captured the C point, and the B point was never they never tried to go for the B point, and I'll be honest, their first push ended up in a complete failure. They got caught out, or I say caught out, but just realistically, VN House was able to charge their weak spots where they were able to charge when Hot wasn't looking. They had Wing to SARS ready and charged straight in. They had Tundra Humans completely decimate a push towards the seaside. But that doesn't mean their second push. I mean, during their second push was much more better. They they really sent VN House running for their money there. I think their second push was probably their best display of a chaotic situation. They could have played it better, in my opinion. Definitely could have played it better. Um, but because they lost the first engagement so hard, it realistically wasn't feasible to come back. And the fact that they didn't go for B really tells me that Hot themselves were not confident. Not confident to grab the B point for extra time because they knew they didn't need more time against Vienna House. And well, I feel like they knew that they didn't need more time against Vienna House because they were going to be able to finish it within the time they had from A to C, and they didn't need the B point because it was pretty much a done deal. Um, but about 2 minutes left of the battle, it was pretty much a done deal because with the two engagements lost, C point almost captured though. Um, Vienna House had unit advantage like crazy, only about 150, but what Hot was coming out with was nothing, basically nothing in compared to what Vienna House had in reserve still, because it was just all surf units coming out from Hot at the very end of the battle, and it yeah, I feel bad for Hot having that kind of sentiment that you could already see your own defeat, and I felt that as well. After with the Battle of Heilong Fjord, it was like that. It's upsetting, but that's how it is sometimes. But anyway, enough about Hot versus Van House. We have the Checkmate versus Ecliptos battle. We got the pick ban stage right now. What are you banning? What are you picking? Checkmate is first with a ban with Harbor City. Harbor City ban, not too uncommon, but very strange coming out from Ecliptos. Ecliptos banning Constantinopolis, a speciality I've seen in the South, not South, in the MENA division tournament. They love their Constantinopolis. Actually, South America also loves the Constantinopolis. Checkmate choosing to attack Heilong Fjord. Again, not an uncommon map. Really, really good for teams who like to brute force. Wall fort, pretty standard. Cliptos is going to try to outwit the opponent. But in the end, brute forcing is a brute forcing is pretty much the go-to strategy when all else fails, because You gotta just bring all your force to bear as fast as you can and just smash the enemy. Momentum is key, but having the ability to do it is another question. But setting up for strategy could also mean victory before an engagement. Same picks from last time, but the bans were interesting because the bans for this time around were Harbour City and Constantinopolis, while last time it was, well, I mean, Constantinopolis as well, but Linwu Fortress instead. But the first battle between Checkmate and Ecliptos is going to start. It looks like we get to see Checkmate attack first on Heilang Fjord. Let's go, let's go. Just going to quickly preemptively remove my face so you guys can see what lineup these teams are bringing. I'm wondering whether or not Checkmate is going to go with their classic double tier 5 using absolute brute force. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they have learned from other teams that double tier 5s is not the greatest. Or maybe people have adapted and bringing back some of the old favorites. What I mean by old favorites, we've got the Imperial Pikemen coming out. No, very few Iron Reapers, in fact, which is strange to say the least, from Checkmate. But Ecliptos coming in with 4 Iron Reapers, 6 in fact. We've got 2 Metallators, 1 Nafan Guard. Let's see if Checkmate not coming in with any Nafan Guards or Metallators, but they're coming in with the Bracian Wildflames. Bracian Wildflame, are you going to carry the day yet again? My goodness, I underestimated you last time. Checkmate has won battles without Nafan Guards or Metallators, and this might be one of them. We'll have to see if Ecliptos can use their key units to their advantage, but watch out for those Bracian Wildflames. They are pretty nasty when you got an entire infantry mass on fire. Quite a few cavalry, in fact, filling out with the Ironcap Bow Riders. Ironcap Bow Riders 5, in fact. We've got about 500s as well. One Winged Hussar coming out from Ragnar from Ecliptos. Good old Ajaz going in with the short sword. Massive brute force push, breaking down that wall already. Cannon fire blasting into this front gate, trying to catch up with the sheer speed of Checkmate. Flames burning right overhead, not hitting anything. That's very unfortunate. Just all of the medals. Here comes some Iron Reaper charges into the side. Smashing right through. Switches to the sword. Cutting their way through. Ecliptos is doing very well for themselves. Their backside is completely open here. I mean, Checkmate's backside is completely open as more Iron Reapers rock up. Going to try to charge through this small gate. They do come in pretty hard. Iron Reapers doing an amazing job. I think they've already cut through 1.5 medals, maybe 2 medals, in fact. Whoa! Nice cap on the backside of B. I just took me a few seconds to realize what happened. Checkmate capturing this supply point on the backside, meaning that spawns coming in from the B side could easily cap B. Just need to hold this supply point for a while longer as respawn comes in, but doesn't look like it's going to last for as long as I thought it would. Nothing is coming for the B side just yet. We have some BK cap, but no one coming through. Keeping the defenders on their toe. Checkmate is switching left and right here, A or B. Which side do you need to respond to? Unfortunately, Checkmate did not send reinforcement to the B side, which is the weaker side. No, everyone respawning at the A side. Probably a massive, massive mistake. I've got to say, this is not looking good. Iron Reapers picking up massive amounts of kills in the primary engagement and looking terrible for this secondary half-hearted attack. Checkmate probably humbled by the defense here. Those two Iron Reapers looking pretty nasty right now. Even though they did take quite a few deaths here, they're still around and they're probably ready for battle yet again. Iron Reapers doing an amazing job, taking on 5 Medals or so, I believe. 5 Medals trying to brute force their way through to the A point. Most of them, which have been slaughtered. So I'm gonna have to say that Checkmate is looking pretty worse for wears. Quality of units would be down, 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 especially since we do know that Checkmate has a lot of cavalry, and I'm pretty sure the Cliptos switching too late to the B side. They're ready. You should have went to the B side the moment your guys got the thing. Unfortunate there. A charge by 100 humans make it through. I think very little damage, in fact. So it looked like a snow walker. Iron Cat Bow Riders being used to poke down the enemy, probably because they're trying to whittle down the defense just a little bit before committing. Iron Reapers at the front doesn't know what they're doing, but does look like they're kind of glitching out here as they try to charge point blank. Here comes an Imperial Pike March to stop this advance here at the B point. 100 humans looking pretty scared. They don't know when to charge. Got really close, in fact. A and the B point both getting pressured really hard. I think overcommitting here on the B point. Nice Treb hits into the center of those Tundra humans, but those Tundra humans now surrounding the Fortibraccios really need to set those Fortibraccios into attack mode, finish off those Tundra humans so you can capture the A point, but unfortunately the reinforcement from the B side has made it. Although the Medals has finally charged in. Fortibraccios, fight off the Medals. You can do it. Do not retreat. Again, this is where massive mistakes are coming out from just small plays. These Fortebraccio are trying to find another brace point. Just fight the Medals. The Medals, you need to knock them out. Why are you retreating? You have 2 minutes 40 left to go. Checkmate. Definitely looking terrible right now. The Fortebraccios, did you make it out even? Doesn't look like it. Completely surrounded. I think the Fortebraccios controller got knocked out in the meantime. Switching back over to the B side now. Glyptos holding B side. Looking worse for wears. We're looking at lots of low tier units. These Tundra humans are going to try to burst right through this. Whoa, that's a lot of Iron Cat Bow Riders. We got, wow, what a throw. Directly on top of them. Those Bastian Wild Flames. First time I saw them, but I think they just went down anyway. Winged Hussar charge. Straight into a Medal. I think that Winged Hussar did not match their timing with the Imperial Pike March. Switching over yet again to the A point, sending them through a loop. Checkmate is trying their best, even at this desperate hour. Here's the actual Bastian Wildflame. There's only one of them. I thought they were over at the B point, but I was lied to by my eyes. Probably some Tundra humans. I mean, not Tundra humans, some musket liquid fire. Just the remains of some leftover units. Look at the fire come out from those iron caps. Nice, good units that supply good amount of damage nowadays. Unfortunately, nothing in compared to what they're facing. It would take forever to kill the Medals, and I mean that literally. It would take forever to kill the Medals with an Iron Cat Bow Rider. You can catch one or two, but you would run out of ammo before you kill a Medal. Congratulations, Akiptos. Nice defense. The stream on the Conqueror's Blade dev is just a spam of people talking about the finals bundles. Seems like Vienna House performs better in this map. You mean Wolfort? Or I mean, I don't know. They attacked um attacking Heilong Fjord is really about defeating the defenders. Ecliptos, I don't know. Like the defenders did really well at catching Ecliptos. Ecliptos were trying to fight in areas where it was just disadvantageous for them. Man, it's actually going crazy. Ah, fuck's sake. You're whining. Ah, shit. I want to edit this one. Shit. Fuck me, man. Lol. I have the skin. I I have the skin. I was there. I was there. I was there. Half my house has it. More like 5 people from my house has it. Oh my goodness. My goodness. It's just fuck thing, man. Doesn't help that the community is so absolutely stuck up its own ass. Anyway, we just starting off in the next battle. I skipped over the units just now. Not that it matters too much. We'll get to see how Ecliptos attacks. We surprisingly going straight into the small fort on B side. Let's see if they can get across the bridge. I don't think they're going to. I don't know why the Metallators are still firing on the Ecliptos sides. But that bridge is probably should be looking worse for wear. We got 2 sets of Falconettis, or sorry, Metallators shooting at it. It will go down lickety split. The right side siege tower actually made it to the wall. I really need to stop looking at the developer's stream right now because that's all I'm seeing is just the chat exploding about the Twitch drops. I know the situation. They're not going to fix it. Well, they're not going to give you the drop because you miss the actual MENA finals. Right, left side Sea Shower did go down. I'm not sure what Ecliptos is planning to do. They do have the right side Sea Shower available to them. The bridge did go down, and by the looks of it, we have, well, a natural deficit of around about 270, no, 272? 272 unit deficit. So, looking at the battle, Checkmate is still holding on strong. Hello, Gonzi! How you doing? You come to this channel, you like my commentary? Hope you do. Hope you enjoy the show. So far we've not seen much action just yet. A lot of skirmishing, in fact, but we do see quite a few people stacking up on this right-hand side. Left and the middle and the left-hand seashell probably will go down yet again. Well, in honest respect, A and the B plus A and the B is around about, you get 6 minutes because each point is 3 minutes. The important thing here is to determine whether or not Checkmate is going to go all in, because even if Checkmate holds this primary engagement hard, Ecliptos will still have enough time to respawn and quickly take the wall before Checkmate has a time to change their units and get back up. This is the disadvantage. This is the problem when defenders tend to overcommit and don't exchange troops all at well, they tend to exchange troops all at once, while attackers commit to fights, and they can make fights go on much longer than they need to while people are reinforcing, getting new units and stuff like that. Iron Reaper is attacking some Medals in the back. Not sure if you needed to charge, but charge nonetheless. The push is coming. Crushing a Medal really easily. Whoa! Engagement on the ground also working out pretty well for them. But going up those stairs completely outnumbered. Nafan guards need to start shooting upstairs in a moment before they get pushed out. The B is getting captured, so that's extra time. I don't think anyone from Checkmate's gonna make it over to the B side to cap it. The primary push from Ecliptos does seem to have failed. Respawns should be coming in, and I'm wondering whether or not Ecliptos is not doing a sacrificial push, so respawns are not going to be fast. The general swing of things showed that Checkmate actually won pretty hard here. Ecliptos is here on the back section, 5v3 right now. We're not seeing the battle just yet, but does look like Ecliptos did get pushed off on the wall break side here. Being a bit messy here, but I guess they can afford to be. Wow, look at those medals just chopped through. But Imperial Pike walks them over. Here from the side, another medal unit cleaves the Imperial Pike Walk in half. This danger close Treb could have been bad. I think Checkmate's overcommitting here. I would let A go. I would let A go. Wow, nice Metallators in a nice position as well. Up on the stairs on the right-hand side. Treb smashing the Fortebraccio in pieces. They didn't push forward. They didn't need to push forward. So just sitting there, checkmate, checkmate. Massive losses here. Just upsetting indeed. Straight down in towards the supply. The overcommit here from checkmate comes to bite them in the ass here, but this might be an overcommit. I mean, like a chain overcommit this time for the attackers if they go for the supply point, because the supply point is a massive respawn. No one was sitting on it, but that Treb was nasty. Comes right in. Doesn't look like they're gonna let them rest though. My goodness, fighting straight onto the supply point. Point blank range. No time to set up. No rest for the wicked. The Tundra humans here in the back coming to reinforce the supply point? Question mark? No, it does not. Almost pushed completely off. Ecliptos doing a sacrificial push here. They're losing numbers like crazy. Fortebraccio should just be put into attack mode. A number of times, Fortebraccio just being left in brace mode should just be put in attack. Both of the Metallators left over from Ecliptos is just gunning at it, just shooting constantly. Like a double overcommit here. Both teams losing huge numbers, but it will be short. Here comes checkmate to stop the push or stop the cap at the C point very shortly. Wow! Those long lobs from some Bracing Wild Flames coming up from Checkmate. Checkmate really loves those Bracing Wild Flames. And in fact, they love them Bracing Wild Flames for long distance type. So that's bottom line instead of top line. The battle has cooled down just a bit. Checkmate holding very strong here. The unit def, if it does, I mean, like, Ecliptos could be on their very last of their strength here. I'm seeing a lot of tier 2s come out. We got some Pike Militia being used, but Checkmate also does seem to be on their last leg. We've got some village watchmen, some farmers, tenant farmers out on the field. Checkmate going to dislodge the artillery. Looks like they want to be aggressive, not give Ecliptos time to set up. Could be a big mistake. 4 minutes to go. Lots and lots of Tundra humans can sweep right through an infinite number of those tenant farmers and village watchmen. Gotta just take out the Medals. I would definitely send the infantry to deal with the Medals while the Tundra humans deal with whatever's left. Tundra humans out in force. Come on, you can do it. I'm gunning for Ecliptos here to win. Checkmate winning their defense before. Oh no. What are you doing? Those Iron Reapers go straight in, but Iron Reapers versus Iron Reapers, sword mode would win. Tundra humans trying to force their way through into a Medal, just massacring themselves, but Imperial Pike March finally comes in. Massive cavalry, holy shite. Look at them go. All of that cavalry just smashed right through whatever whatever Checkmate had, this will be an easy C-point pickup. I do not believe that Checkmate has any pikemen left, and with cavalry on the field, they're going to get chased down real fast, real hard. 4 heroes left. Oh my goodness. 11 heroes, 12 heroes got killed off. The base point being captured at this point in time does look like we're going to be seeing a 2-0 for Ecliptos. Ecliptos doing an amazing job right now. Massive respawn. I think I just saw 3 people respawn all at once as the final person died. But the 3 respawn 3 respawn just spawn in with basically serfs. Not gonna even make it to the base point. It's going to be a win for Ecliptos. Congratulations. My goodness. Strong hold. Strong performance on Wolffort. Very interesting start. Although, that's only because I did miss a bit of it. Not paying attention too much. Again, the drama happening on the Conqueror's Blade dev stream is too hilarious. But enough about that. I'm closing statements. We did get to see Hot versus Vienne House. Vienne House winning out 2-0. And then we got to see another 2-0 coming out from Ecliptos versus Checkmate. Checkmate not really performing very well on the attack, but doing quite well on the defense. But in the end, the mass cavalry just completely routed the defending force at the final assault. So, definitely a 3-stage attack. Not a 3-stage attack. 3 attacks. The first attack was even. Quite a good exchange for this defense, especially for the defenders. But then overcommitting with additional forces coming back in to the A point, especially eating Trebs super hard. And then finally, with the push towards supply, devastating the attacking force finally. I think it was killing off quite a 1.5 of the main section. So what you end up with is the majority of the cav, a couple of good infantry, and a swarm of serfs. Although we did have a couple of medals, the medals could not handle fighting both the infantry and the cavalry simultaneously. So definitely good job for Ecliptos having those reserve cavalries being useful in the very end. Well, okay, Ajaz, I'll be real with you. Those were for the MENA finals, which happened yesterday. Kawaii Potato? Kawaii Potato used to be in LA, right? Isn't Ecliptos from DI? I'm pretty sure Ecliptos is from DI. I'm not sure. I don't really remember everyone. I only remember Ajaz because he used to be he used to give us information about Legion when he was back in the MENA server. Yeah, I know that. I know that. I'm just saying that Ajaz moved from MENA. MENA was it, right? You used to be in Legion. And you used to play the Nodachi. I'm pretty sure you were like one of the only Nodachis in the MENA server. Used to run Legion. How does it feel to play off in the Asia Division tournaments? Is it very different? Or is it more competitive than the MENA server? So you don't run Ecliptos, you joined Ecliptos? Who runs Ecliptos? Asia. Yeah, we got the population. LA's got hitting maximum maturity here. DI, I think the next season we're going to be seeing the majority of the players or the tournament players come out from DI. Even now, I think the top players from DI contest a lot with some of the medium or like the mid level from LA. Still not the top though. which is just Wildfire and Crusaders so far. Well, someone needs to protect the key units. Those Falconettis are very important, along with the Nafan guards. Unfortunately, I did see Checkmate come out with the Bracian Wild Flames. It has saved them before, but unfortunately, it hasn't saved them against you guys. And I congratulate you again. Well done, Ecliptos, securing your place in the top 8. Hope to get to see you guys move further on. So, but with that being said, that is all for tonight. We will continue on tomorrow. I do believe tomorrow we'll get to see only one match, and that match is crew. That match is Chinese Red versus CBEL. Unfortunately, there is a bye because one of the top 4, which is former Holt, did not submit a team for the season. Yes, go celebrate your victory, Ajaz. And I'm just and I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. Otherwise, my name's Azakai, and have a nice day. Bye, guys!